The Place des Vosges is the oldest planned square in Paris and one of the finest in the city. It is located in the Marais district, and it straddles the dividing line between the 3rd and 4th arrondissements of Paris. History. Originally known as the Place Royal, the Place des Vosges was built by Henry IV from 1605 to 1612. A true square, it embodied the first European program of royal city planning. It was built on the site of the Hôtel des Tournelles and its gardens. At a tournament at the Tournelles, a royal residence, Henry II was wounded and died. Catherine de' Medicis had the Gothic complex demolished, and she removed to the Louvre Palace. The Place des Vosges, inaugurated in 1612 with a grand carousel to celebrate the wedding of Louis XIII and Anne of Austria, is the prototype of all the residential squares of European cities that were to come. What was new about the Place Royal in 1612 was that the house fronts were all built to the same design, probably by Baptiste du Cerceau, of red brick with strips of stone quoins over vaulted arcades that stand on square pillars. The steeply pitched blue slate roofs are pierced with discreet small paned dormers above the pedimented dormers that stand upon the cornices. Only the north range was built with the vaulted ceilings that the galleries were meant to have. Two pavilions that rise higher than the unified roof line of the square center the north and south faces and offer access to the square through triple arches. Though they are designated the Pavilion of the King and of the Queen, no royal personage has ever lived in the aristocratic square. The Place des Vosges initiated subsequent developments of Paris that created a suitable urban background for the French aristocracy. Before the square was completed, Henry IV ordered the Place Dauphine to be laid out. Within a mere 5-year period, the king oversaw an unmatched building scheme for the ravaged medieval city. Additions to the Louvre Palace, the Pont Neuf, and the Hôpital Saint-Louis, as well as the two royal squares. Cardinal Richelieu had an equestrian bronze of Louis XIII erected in the center. The original was melted down in the Revolution. The present version, begun in 1818 by Louis Jgpenate and completed by Jean-Pierre Cortot, replaced it in 1825. The square was renamed in 1799 when the Département of the Vosges became the first to pay taxes supporting a campaign of the Revolutionary Army. The Restoration returned the old royal name, but the short-lived Second Republic restored the revolutionary one in 1848. Today the square is planted with a bosquet of mature lindens set in grass and gravel, surrounded by clipped lindens. Residents of the Place des Vosges know. 1 bis Madame de Sévigné was born here. No. 6. Maison de Victor Hugo. Victor Hugo from 1832 to 1848 in what was then the Hôtel de Rouen, now a museum devoted to his memory, managed by the city of Paris. Number 7. Sully. Henry IV's a great minister. Number 8. Poet Théophile Gautier and writer Alphonse Daudet. Number 9. City.It. Académie d'Architecture, currently also tenanted by Gallery Historicissimus. Number 11. Occupied from 1639 to 1648 by the courtesan Marion Delorme. Number 14. Its ceilings painted by Lebrun are reinstalled in the Musée Carnavalet. Rabbi David Feuerwerker, Antoinette Feuerwerker and Itaro Mama. Number 15. Marguerite Louise d'Orléans, wife of Cosimo III de' Medici, her Duke of Tuscany. Number 17. Former residence of Bossuet. Number 21. Cardinal Richelieu from 1615 to 1627. Number 23. Post-Impressionist painter Georges de Fresnoy. Place des Vosges.